So now, when we say shop around for lenders, what are like some of the stuff that you can shop around on?
Yeah, so what comes up for most people when you're talking about shopping for a lender is pricing, right? How good are your interest rates? What are the costs associated with doing business with you? And so let's focus on that for a minute. The time to really shop a lender and their rates is once you have your offer accepted. Up until that point, we cannot lock in your interest rate. There's some programs out there, but for the most part, we can't lock in your interest rate until you have an accepted offer. And so, if you're talking to multiple lenders up front, they can all be quoting you rates, and those rates can change over the next 30, 60, 90 days. So, it doesn't really make sense to start off by choosing a lender based solely on rate and cost. You want to work with someone initially that you trust and that's going to help you get your offer accepted. Then, if you are sensitive to interest rates, which most people are, and rightfully so, that's the time that you would really talk to the different lenders that you've perhaps been thinking about and see who can offer you the best rate in addition to the best service.
Okay, that's good. So now, what's the difference between like lenders, like lending companies? So I know you have like the big banks, you have brokers, and you have finance companies. So what's the difference between all three of them?
Yeah, great question. So every lender and lending company has a niche that they focus on, right? And things that they're really good at. And if they're telling you that they're good at everything, they're probably not. The big banks tend to be really good and competitive in the jumbo loan space. It doesn't mean that they can't do loans that are not jumbo, but that's typically their niche.
Okay, what do you mean by jumbo loan? Like, is there a price point?
Yes, a certain loan amount. So in Los Angeles and Orange County, that loan amount is $679, $650.
So any actual loan amount that you're getting for over that price range is a jumbo
loan. Yeah, so that's where the big banks would really be beneficial. Then you have your direct lenders like Finance of America, where we focus more on the conforming loans up to $679, $650. And then we can also do jumbo loans, and we broker those out to the big banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, Union Bank. But instead of dealing with them and their service style and being another number in their behemoth of a machine, which is nothing negative, right? It's just the facts. You get much more hands-on service, a loan officer that's accessible and easy to reach, and really there to hold your hand throughout the process. And then you have brokers. They don't do any of their own lending. They send everything out to other companies. They're usually very good on pricing because they have a lot of options. At times, service can suffer because they don't really have control over anything. Everything's being done from a third-party company that they're overseeing. So there can be a lack of control at times, and that can make the process challenging at times. But all of them, for the most part, are good at what they do, and there's a place for everybody in the business. And there's the main thing and the main place that we operate from is a place of abundance. There's enough business out there for everybody, for all lenders, and you should be working with a lender that has your best interest in mind. There are times where I've referred people to other lenders, literally to the big banks, to brokers, where I feel like they're going to be better served with that particular lender as opposed to myself.
Okay. That's good. Also, I was just thinking about this. You want to have someone that is, when you choose a lender or a company to finance you, it's someone that's reputable in the industry, because a lot of people have bad reputations for not being able to close or saying that they'll approve you, but then not. So that's kind of a big thing as well.
Yeah, and that goes back to when we were first talking about how to choose a lender, right? So, if your lender does a lot of business in the marketplace that you're shopping, odds are the agents on the other sides of the deal, the listing agents that you're making an offer to, if they know your lender, they're more likely to advise their client to accept your offer because they know the experience in working with that lender. And that's critical. It can really mean the difference of you getting in your home or not. So a local lender that's got a good reputation is critical.
Okay, so one other